I had a friend that was a dominatrix. I would hear stories like that. A lot of them wanted to be dogs, she said. She'd send me some clips sometimes too, and it was literally like they would eat dog food. She would make them do tricks and give them like milk bones.
That's funny.
And it's like a guy in like black underwear and like a leather collar. And some of the fetishes she would tell me about, it was normal to her because she sees this shit all the time. For me, I was like, I think for me, I'm just like, gosh, there's more people than I thought that would be into this kind of stuff, right?
The world is so big. There are only things you can't imagine.
It's disgusting. I'm not going to share all of it here, but there's things that involve throw up, use tampons, stepping on goldfish, like eyeballs popping out, just like very random. A lot like to act like babies and they want you to change their diaper.
To me, as long as you're not hurting animals or people,
yes, that's
do whatever the fuck you want to do.
No, seriously, that's where I draw the like. For me, I'm like, I asked her because I'm like, these men who see you, because I'm like, do you do anything sexually with them? She's like, most of the time not, but sometimes if I'm kind of attracted to them. I'm like, are they married? You know, she's like, some of them. I'm like, do their wives know that they do this? Which I'm pretty sure they don't. You know, that's where I draw the line. But I'm like, she's like, some of them, for example, this one guy had a fetish with like wearing women's underwear and high heels. It's like an Asian guy. And his wife knew that, but didn't want to see it. And she didn't want to entertain it. She's like, you can go do it, but not in front of me. So I guess he found someone where, you know, he can do it. She's like,
that's nice of the wife.
Put on the underwear and the heels, and he's like doing his thing. But a lot of it, I learned after a while, was out of integrity. The way that she would do her dom sessions. So that's why I stopped hanging out with her. I think if it's done within integrity, I'm like you, like you do you. Yeah. But yeah, some of the stories. I actually went to dinner with her once with one of her slaves. That's what they're called, slaves. Okay,
I chose the wrong career.
No, seriously, I think you'd be really good at it, and she made a lot of money. But I told her, I was like, she's like, hey, do you want to go to dinner at Sugarfish? I think, was I in my late 20s by now? Yeah. And it's good sushi. She's like, free dinner, slaves paying. And I was like, do I have to do anything? Because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to him, okay? And then she's like, no, he won't even be there. And I said, okay. I said, you promise? She's like, yeah. She's like, I invited two of our other friends too. I was like, okay, I'll go as long as I get a dinner. And then we go and we have the dinner. She's like, order whatever you want. I'm ordering. And then she's like, okay, what's going to happen is I'm going to call him. He's going to come in and pick up the bill and pay for it. And I said, that's it. She's like, no, but first I'm going to tell him to go across the street to get us some macaroons from Bottega Louie. What macaroon flavors do you want? So we're like, okay, Earl Grey, pistachio, whatever. And then she's like, okay, he's on his way. In comes this man who looks like someone like Pete's dad. He's a lawyer, okay? Kind of nerdy khaki jacket, glasses, head kind of down, puts a bag on of macaroons on the table along with Visa gift cards for each of us, $25. Then he picks up the bill and then he goes to pay it. And then I look at the macaroons and there's also like a tea, like a hot tea. I'm like, did one of us ask for a tea? And then we're like, no. I'm like, he misunderstood you. Earl Grey.